Hello, and glad to have you here. I have a question for you this morning, or early afternoon. Did you know that you don't have to know everything to be able to help someone? I mean, I can remember thinking, when I was in nursing school and, other, areas of education that I was involved in, that I felt like I had to know everything. And I've learned that that's not the case. That you can truly, if you are really wanting to help someone, you can help them even though, you may be just, you know, along the same lines as they are. Maybe you picked up something that they didn't. Maybe you can share that with them. So tell me what you think about that. As you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from, but let me know what you think about this. Do you feel like you have to know everything to be able to share something that might help someone who, is having some difficulty? Excuse me. I do have some water here. Got a tooth thing going on over here, so uh, and the cold water. This is just I try to get it and let it sit at room temperature. So, side note, that's what that will be. So I'll sip a little every now and then. But just tell me what you think. And in the meantime, while that's happening, whether you're here with me live or whether you're catching us on the replay, let me know what you think about this because I think it may be eye opening to find out, what I'd like to share with you today. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do this in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing, I use lead generation, I use video marketing, which I think is maybe I should switch it around and put it on the top because video marketing is really the thing now. We're doing um, reels, we're doing shorts, we're doing TikTok, we're doing reels on Facebook and Instagram. There's so many things going on out there because people know that it's a crowded space now. The internet is really crowded. The social media areas are really crowded, and there's so many people vying for your attention. So just keep that in mind. So as you're out there doing the things that you do to help the people that you want to help, that you are doing what you can to stand out and be the person that you are. So as the other things that I do in my business in helping other people is to give them updated and modern trends and strategies instead of being stuck back in the day when it was only done this way and looking at another way was wrong and that kind of thing, or it wasn't, maybe it was frowned upon or whatever. So as I ask the question, I'm not seeing any comments yet, but I would just like to know really what you think. And I have some awesomely simple tips to go along with this, and I just want to share those with you. And I have my notes down here, and I'm trying to keep my phone from falling or buzzing or whatever. So I'll apologize in advance should that happen. Every now and then a phone call will come through, and and I just have to click it off real quick. But so in thinking about what I've said, did you know you don't have to know everything to help someone, who has a question that maybe is something that you've already, went past and done well with and you're moving on, but you can reach back and help that person. And I don't know, sometimes it's easier to just give the answer, but sometimes but mostly I think it's better to help people to be able to understand and find what you're talking about that aligns with what it is that they're trying to learn from, but they haven't quite gotten it yet. Our brains have to, I can remember when they said our brains would never change and, there was never going to be, anything that was going to make it better. But as we've learned, we can continue to learn and grow and receive knowledge and just continue to, you know, maybe be a light for somebody out there. So one of the getting back to my notes, one of the things is, and this might be surprising to you, is that you don't have to know everything. You can be one step ahead of a person and maybe you're in the same learning experience or a class or webinar and you're maybe getting it and they're not, and if you ask, if they say, I really am not getting this later, you can talk to them and maybe take them into messenger and say, let me see what I can do to help you. It seemed to have come to me, you know, rather easily, but there are other times that things don't come as easily and and I look for help too. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just making sure that they know it's all cool, it's okay. We all will have questions, there are things that we miss or whatever, but you don't have to know everything. You just have to know a little more, be a step ahead of the person that you turned around to help and reach back and give them a hand. And that's something that I did not know years ago. I thought I had to know everything, and I just wondered how I could possibly know everything. And coming from nursing, where I did know a lot, I had a strong knowledge base, and I had people that respected me for, what I could help them with and that kind of thing. But this is a totally different route that I'm taking. It's a totally different part of my journey. So that you don't have to know everything is pretty simple. And it's something that, you know, when you actually think about, you're like, okay, so when I actually started, learning things and I could reach back and help people, it made me feel so good inside. I felt like, not that I was the big cheese or anything, but I just felt so good being able to lift somebody else up and help them to get on the right track of, what it was that we were trying to learn. And I just happened to maybe pick up on it. Next time they may be the one helping me, you know. And then I have another one here, number two, and these are in no particular order. I have share your journey. It's important to share your journey, because that way people know that, I'm not up here above you, I'm right here where you are. And, so there are some things that I'll miss and I'll need help with. And, it's just important to know, maybe get to know that person, get to know where they started, where I started, sharing, conversation and connection and that's always a great thing because there are people now that I can go to and ask a question that I couldn't get answered, and I couldn't figure it out, and I don't feel, like they're, going to hold it against me or they're going to say, oh, she's so dumb or she's so stupid or why didn't she get this or whatever. So, I like being able to um, share my journey and let people know, so I've been doing this for a little while, but it's still, got me no success. And so now I'm trying a different way, a way that I think is going to be better and it's going to truly help me. So that's one of the things that I think is really important as far as one of the things that you can do to help people. Let them know it's okay to share their journey. Let them know it's okay that they weren't perfect. Let them know that it was okay that they were the person in the room who understood everything. It's okay because they can help you and help others. And by the same token, you could if that was you. And then the third thing I wanted to say, it's be you and what do I have here? Be you and just help. My help looked like something totally different. When I'm scribbling, sometimes it gets a little scary. Used to write all the time as a nurse, and then my handwriting was fairly good, but it's totally fallen off. So, but being yourself and not trying to be above anybody or feeling like you need to be lower than this person because they know so much. It's just being who you are and feeling comfortable enough to answer the question, to ask the question or answer the question that you have, you know, and be able to help somebody or have somebody help you. You don't have to know everything. You just, if you see somebody struggling and they put it in there, that I just don't get this or whatever, and then you could maybe say, hey, maybe I can help you, and I've done that before. And it really made me feel good. As I said before, it made me feel like I was really, truly helpful. So, those are the three things I wanted to talk to you about today. And I hope that it gives you an opening in your mind so that if you're feeling like you got to know everything, you got to know everything, you got to know it quick, got to know it quick, you really don't. I believe that we all have a time where, our minds aren't as open, we're not as present, and depending on what's happening in our lives. And I think that, being able to have somebody help you with something even though they're not a leader, even though they're not, employed by, the company, the educational company that you're in, or the mentorship program that you're in. But, can still help each other. And that's what I think is so great about this. It's nice to know that you don't have to know everything to be a help to someone. So if you have any questions about this, whether you're live with me or catching us on the replay, you can drop hashtag replay and let me know. If you're wanting to catch me in Messenger, that is fine. If you have a question about what we talked about today, and we can go from there. Or if you have other questions, that we might be able to get into that I can help you with, that's the same as well. You can always catch me in Messenger, direct message me, and I'll see what I can do to help you out. So take care and have a good rest of your day. I'm going to go on and get out of here, and I guess have a good one. Bye now.